Hello everybody, welcome to another wonderful CMR live stream. Today I felt like doing a little bit of editing, but I didn't really have any project to do, so to speak. So I felt like, maybe I'll go through and work on an older project. As soon as I thought, hey, let's work on an older project, I remembered months back I started doing an edit of Past Tense, which was a short film that I worked on when I was in university. And I thought to myself, I haven't worked on this in a while. I remember I was live streaming it. So I figured why not pick up where we left off. I believe the next phase of the game was actually to do some motion graphics and some visual effects work. However, I want to go through tonight. I don't have much time, but I want to work on the edit. I want to play through it with you. We'll go through, we'll tighten up the edit, make it as awesome as it can be, and get ourselves reacquainted. And then maybe, hopefully I'll be up for some VFX, some title work, and things like that, and we can jump into that. For now, let's hop in. So here I am in Adobe Premiere, my weapon of choice, as some of you know. And I've got the project loaded up. I've updated this for the most recent version of Adobe Creative Cloud because I am running 2017. It works. I like it. Let's actually put myself in a reasonable frame here so I'm not falling out at the back of my little area up here. For those of you who've seen the previous ones, you'll also notice that my live streaming rig has gotten a little bit of an upgrade. Figured out how to use my DSLR. So awesome. Anyways, let's roll this a little bit here and see what we got.
Okay, Murphy, bring the camera up. Up.
Ooh, that audio's rough.
Look at my face. Steady. Okay, Murphy, hit record.
Already did, Doc.
Hello, my name is Dr. Emily Green. Today's date is November 12th, 1989. It is
So one thing I'm going to point out that's going to be a royal pain in the butt later is you notice how the audio is clipping like crazy over here? If I reset these.
precisely 1:38.6 seconds Pacific Standard Time.
So yeah, those audio levels are going to be problematic. I mean, it'll be nice that it'll be loud enough to kind of get over some of the noise, but at the same time, that's going to get annoying. Because once audio is clipped, you don't get it back.
What you're about to see outside is my first manned test of my latest invention. One that, if proved successful, will finally prove my theories of advanced time travel and usher in a new technological era. Ooh, I can't wait.
Great, Doc. Good improvisation.
How are you feeling about that cut?
Ooh, I can't wait.
Great, Doc.
I kind of feel like it should be a little quicker because we're going very quickly into an aside there. The good news is this is all non-destructive. Let's roll it back and take a little look-see. So let's take it to an extreme. So with these settings, he'll almost cut her off as she's saying.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Great, Doc. Good improvisation.
Now, that's too much. Namely because I lose something that I want. I believe I talked about it before, but my great foolery where I managed to fool people into seeing something that they don't. So let's restore this back to... Actually, let's undo that. So I'll leave it as I had.
Great, Doc. Good improvisation.
So it comes down and up.
Can't wait.
Great, Doc. Good.
So she comes through.
Wait.
Great, Doc. Good improvisation.
Now.
Okay, so that kind of goes through. Not bad.
Great, Doc. Good improvisation.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Great, Doc. Good improvisation.
Now.
Okay, that kind of flows through pretty quick, which I want this to be a little bit quicker. This is killing me, though.
Good improvisation.
Now.
Yeah. Now, is it the audio that's killing me? little bit.
Improvisation.
Now, if I was shooting this smartly, I would have done a bit of a whip pan up so that we could actually, like, point of view tilt up. I can't really emulate that in post because that's emulating a pan requires me to have some pixels above to pan to. Actually, what I could do, let's go into our effects controls here. And let's just push this in, not much, but 110%, which should give me a few pixels to move down. And then let's set some keyframes. And we'll set position and scale. And we'll go in a little bit and we'll just bring those up. So we'll do a reset on, nope, let's not do reset on scale. We'll set a keyframe there though.
Now.
So now I've got, oh, nope, that's the opposite of what because now it's tilting down. So let's pop back to this previous keyframe. And instead of going there, let's go there.
Now.
It's really not much.
Now, if you just take a step.
It did help, I think, though. Just coming up that little bit. Because, I mean, it's really subtle. Let's take it a little more crazy. Let's go 120. And let's go back to this. Oh, let's make this 122. And let's really push that.
Now.
Okay. So it kind of jumps up a little bit there. Cool. Let's see if I can sell that a little bit more. Let's go into the effects. Let's grab a little bit of a blur. And let's just put a Gaussian blur on that. And we will keyframe the blurriness here. We'll turn on repeat edge pixels. And we'll go back to this keyframe and we'll just add just a little bit of blur to kind of give us a little bit of a motion blur effect.
Now.
I'm not sure I'm sold on that one. Because we're coming up. Let's see. Let's go through. And now this is supposed to be like a whip pan up, so let's increase this a little bit more. I might need to switch it out for a directional blur, which is hardware accelerated, so let's do that. Could have sworn directional blur was actually not accelerated, but apparently it is. So let's keyframe both of these. Actually, no, direction doesn't matter. Let's go back here. Let's increase the blur length. And 0 works well, it looks like. Yeah. Not sure I'm feeling that.
Now.
Yeah. Nah, really not feeling it. I mean,
now.
I'm more feeling this.
Great, Doc. Good improvisation.
Now, if you just.
Not bad, actually. Whoops. I'm skipping ahead scenes. Okay, well, we'll leave that there. Now, for the rest of this, I'm going to go through how I normally actually view footage. Try and keep up.
Now, if
Actually,
you
I will need to fix the audio in there, though.
just take a step outside, you'll be witness to the results of the first unmanned test.
So we go over here. We're going to scene 2.
This is a Mazda, Doc.
Not just any Mazda, a time-traveling Mazda.
Wait, why does it look so old?
Yeah, not feeling that. So,
This is a Mazda, Doc.
Not just any Mazda, a time-traveling Mazda.
Wait, why does it look so...
not fast enough. So let's bring this in a little bit.
A time-traveling Mazda.
Wait, why does it look so old?
I feel like it needs to go a little bit more yet.
Mazda.
Wait, why does it look so old? Like, didn't these come out last year?
Precisely. In my previous unmanned test, I was able to send this Mazda
audio.
back in time 20 years.
The audio. Let me make sure that's not too loud for you guys. Turn that down a few more points so I can talk over it.
Traveling Mazda.
Wait, why does it look so old? Like, didn't these come out last year?
Precisely.
She needs to be quicker on that response, so we'll just go there, ripple edit.
Like, didn't these come out last year?
Precisely. In my previous unmanned test,
How about we do an L cut there? Or would that be J cut? I can never remember which. So here's the premise. She's got that line that says precisely.
Come out last year?
precisely.
Year?
Precisely.
So she says precisely. And I kind of want to have like stay on him while she says that and then cut over to her for the rest of that line. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to roll. We're going to hold Alt and just roll this part over to here. Now we'll see if I actually have a decent enough reaction on his side.
Last year?
Precisely. In my previous unmanned.
Old. Like, didn't these come out last year?
Precisely. In my previous unmanned test.
I kind of like it because she even actually like moves her head like she's gone to start talking.
Didn't these come out last year?
Precisely. In my previous unmanned test, I was able to.
Come out last year?
Precisely.
You know what? What if we even kind of come into it while she's in the middle of it?
Didn't these come out last year?
Precisely. In.
Let's zoom in a little bit more. Switch scenes again. Apparently I can't click with a mouse.
Year?
Precisely. In my.
Last year?
Precisely.
So that's precisely. So let's cut on the slice.
Come out last year?
Precisely. In my previous.
Old. Like, didn't these come out last year?
Precisely. In my previous unmanned test.
That audio is just killing me. Let's do Control-Shift-D by default to add a default transition. Let's just make this 6 frames just to see if I can smooth that over a little bit. I mean, when we get into post audio, I'll see if I can clean it up or make it even, make it worse between both of them.
Last year?
Precisely. In my previous unmanned test, I was able to send this Mazda back in time 20 years to the year.
I'm happy with it.
1969.
Wait a minute.
Let's zoom back out a little bit.
1969.
Wait a minute.
69.
Wait.
Years to the year 1969.
I want that a little bit faster, so we'll just trim off the edge of that.
20 years to the year 1969.
Wait a minute, Doc. You're saying that this thing can travel through time?
Precisely.
Cool. I kind of want to do the same thing. Where let's roll. Whoops. Let's undo that. Let's press Alt and click to just grab the video tracks. Let's roll this back. See if there's a decent reaction under there that we can use.
You're saying that this thing can travel through time?
Precisely.
Nope, she's looking at her script.
Through time?
Precisely. And you are going to be my first time traveler.
World's first time?
Okay, let's see.
You are going to be my first time traveler.
World's first time traveler
Ooh, that works.
can travel through time?
Precisely. And you are going to be my first time traveler.
World's first time traveler? Doc, I don't have time for this kind of thing. I've got a project that's due tomorrow.
Now, this is back to coverage. Ideally, I'd have a cutaway shot. Like, I'd be able to cut back to her, showing her, like, shrugging. It's like, yeah, you got that. So, let me fix this a little bit. You know, something to cut away to show her reaction to his protests. I didn't shoot such coverage, I don't think. Let's find out. So this is scene 2, and this is scene 2 Bravo. So she would be scene 2 Alpha.
What do you need to do to break the time barrier is to reach 30.
I don't remember that. Scene 2A. Okay, this is where we kind of get the over-the-shoulder shot. Let's see if there's just... All right, so here's what I'm going to do is we're going to roll through this really quick.
Rolling. Action.
How does it, Doc?
What did I It's time traveling master.
Why is it so cold?
Precisely. In my previous time test, I managed to spend time 20 years here. 69.
You're serious? You're saying that this thing can travel through time?
Precisely.
He likes it.
What do you mean? I mean, I got a video to know that. I don't have something like this.
That's the beauty of it. You can leave at 1 o'clock.
Ooh, I wish I could use that. I wish...
No. 1 o'clock.
I wonder if I could. Well, no, she's got her script notes in there. I'd have to push in way too much, I think. So let's roll on through. I think this is a recorded rehearsal.
By the time we get to your last take,
Sorry, since you're going to do like a couple
Boom in the frame.
of this, and then that way when we're just sort of going back and forth between different takes of it from different angles.
Apparently, we're also discussing how this filmmaking thing's
But we have to
filmmaking
go
things
fast
works.
because the lighting's going to change quickly.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Should I?
Yeah, not feeling that. Next one.
3, 2, hey, take one. Action. Action. Keep in mind, we don't care about your lines in this. As long as you're line right, we don't care less.
Precisely. In my previous unmanned test,
Dude, like it's cutting off her arm just right now. Should I move this over to you? Well, that was perfect.
what can I say?
She's not doing.
Ooh, now we're getting into something I might be able to use.
But you have left me this way. You have like this. Her arm just right now. Should I move this over to you? Well, that was perfect.
What can I
But
say?
she's not doing more, so I can't really show you.
Donna, let's push you in a little bit towards the car.
Ooh, now she's looking in the right direction. Let's put an in marker. Of course, I reassign those. Let's put an in marker there.
Should
And now let's pan over.
Beautiful. And Moldy, it's
Can you
recording.
take step forward? A bit more.
Oh, you want a minute?
Oh, this is... I evolved this into the over-the-shoulder shot. Okay, let's take that out. And let's just put that in. We'll take away the audio. So...
kind of thing. I've got a project that's due tomorrow, a video project, and if
So, let's see if we can maneuver that around a little bit. So,
tomorrow, a video project, and if I
yeah, she looks back at the lens really quickly. I don't want her staring down the lens.
it's due tomorrow, a video project, and if I don't
Yeah, nope. I don't think that's going to work. Let's roll this side out a little
do
bit.
tomorrow,
Wonder if we get a little bit of a hair flip.
that's due tomorrow, a video project, and if I don't have that,
Nah. Just looks out of place. Skip it.
I'm gonna get an F in my video production course. I don't have time for time travel.
That's the beauty of it, Murphy. You can leave at 2 o'clock.
Is that what I thought I saw?
That's the beauty of it, Murphy. You can leave at 2 o'clock, take a video recorder with you. When
She's totally holding the notes in her right hand. Whoopsies.
I don't have time for time travel.
That's the beauty of it, Murphy. You can leave at 2 o'clock, take a video recorder with you. When you get back, you'll have all sorts of fancy footage to work with, and it'll still be 2 o'clock.
You know what? I might be able to do the reverse though. Let's take a look-see. Scene 2 Bravo. And I'm using take 3. Oh, that's take 3 of that. This is take 4. Let's see if there's anything nice in take 4 that I can use as a reaction shot.
Here at 2 o'clock, take a video recorder with you. And when you get back here, you'll have all sorts of fancy footage to work with for your video project. And it'll still be 2 o'clock.
Using time
Ooh, I like that. Wait a minute.
using time travel.
So let's shorten this up. And let's make this another one of those L cuts.
It'll be 2 o'clock.
Using time travel.
Footage to work with, and it'll still be 2 o'clock.
Using time.
Not feeling that. Let's try this again.
And it'll still be 2 o'clock.
Using time travel for my own ends, eh? All right, Doc, you sold me.
Hey, get that boom out of the frame.
I'll be your guinea pig in this.
Shot's missing. That's a pretty big shot missing.
Easily, Murphy. All you need to do is hit that hill at full speed, and the gravity of moving downhill will accelerate the car enough to activate the quantum accelerator and send you, Murphy, hurtling into the future.
Okay. Can I L cut this one?
Hurtling into the future.
No, let's...
Into the future.
Awesome, let's do this.
Let's take that the other way.
Murphy, hurtling into the future.
Okay, so now let's pull this back.
Into the future.
Awesome, let's do this. Awesome, let's do this.
Yeah, not really feeling the L cut there. Let's roll that back. Once again, editing is half experimentation, half kind of having an idea in your head. You think of something, you try it. Does it work? Cool, keep it. If it doesn't work, toss it.
You, Murphy, hurtling into the future.
Awesome, let's do this.
Sweet. And then what we'll do is the score will kind of swell a little bit at this.
Hurtling into the future.
Awesome.
So it kind of gets a little bit empty at that little bit. But if we have the score kind of swell up into that, that'll kind of fix that.
Into the future.
Awesome, let's do this.
And then we go to scene 3. Scene 3, of course, is now. The fun part about this is, let's do a really basic key on this, and I'll show you what's going to happen. So let's use Ultra Key. Drop that on there. This is definitely what I would have been using at this point in time. Let's just grab here. And then in order so that we can see this better, whoops, let's not duplicate it. Let's get out of this bin, and let's throw in a color mat. We are going to make this a little bit obvious. So this is kind of like a bright magenta. So if there's any green, apparently I can't type tonight or ever. Actually, let's make it magenta matte. So we'll throw this underneath, and that way if there's anything that's not keyed properly or there's any green left, it'll show. So as you can see, we've keyed me out pretty good. There's some detail in there that needs to be worked. I think there's some, let's look at the alpha channel. Yeah, we need to finesse this a little bit more to get this area done up. But the problem is, we're good to here, but all of this is still going to show. So let's get out our next tool of our toolbox, which is going to be a what's it called these days? Actually, what is it called these days? It used to be garbage mat, but it's something else now. Let's see. No, not under there. Is it under obsolete? No. Transform. I mean, we could just do a crop. So now we bring in from the left side a little bit. We bring this in. So, maybe here. And now that I brought this across, you can really see that this key is not very good. This should be seamless with this. This might, if we bring in from the right, there's some points there where it gets perfectly seamless. But not everywhere. And this, we need to bring that in. Ooh. We might need to do another round of cropping to kind of take that out a little bit. I might actually do this key in After Effects, but let's just tidy it up a little bit. What do you say? Well, let's take a more aggressive approach. Makes me a little more cut out, but as you can see, it improves. Now, let's view the alpha channel. Alpha channel is getting better. So let's reduce the transparency so that I don't go see-through, because we don't want that. Now, this side gets darker, so we'll definitely want to increase the shadow there. But now the fence has gone a little highlighted, so let's play with the transparency settings a little bit. And yeah, let's bring this shadow up a little bit more. I mean, yeah, I gotta go out that far. Wow. So let's see what this looks like right now. Little bit garbage. Because you got this garbage, you got this. Matte cleanup. Soften. Adjust. Not really. Let's reset these to... Let's reset to aggressive. And let's see if I can't target that shadow a little bit more. That's kind of the limit. Past that, we start getting sketchy. So, let's see. That helps a little bit. Let's move our capture point over here. Maybe even a little bit over here. Yeah, let's... So essentially what I'm doing is I'm forcing it to grab a color that's kind of more middle of the road. And thus it's, instead of grabbing like a brighter green, it's grabbing a middle green of all the greens. So as it expands the key out, I'm grabbing more and more of it. Let's take a look at composite and see. See, that's a lot better. That's, you know, there's that little bit there. But, I mean, we can clean that up any old way we like. Let's see. Ooh. See what's happening there? Let's go into alpha channel. This got brighter, so now it's no longer being keyed. So let's take the highlight. Let's go back to the color channel. Okay, so I don't go very far over. That's about as far as I go. So let's adjust that crop in. Ooh, do I want to though? No, I want it to come across here. I want to just see if I draw this. Yeah, it only applies the crop inside it. So, annoying. But I can now create immunity from the crop anywhere I like. So, let's make this down here. And what we'll do is we'll just chop out this little section here that I want to actually keep in the image. We'll just use this to kind of come back your way out there. So we use that. We'll roll the crop into the right a little bit. And as you can see, now it hasn't taken over this. So now let's add another little bit of a mask. Here, 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 and here. Whoops. What are you doing? Okay, so now let's pull those up there. And we will, once again, invert that. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, it's adding them. Oh, okay. Let's remove that. Let's look at this mask. Oh, well, that's interesting. We can adjust that there. So now let's add another crop. No reason we can't. And this one, I just want to crop out there, 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 and there. Now we will move these points and roll the crop out. There we go. And let's just save just 'cause. Not bad. I think if we put this over a reasonable... I think if we put this over like a reasonable background, we could actually sell this effect as is. I might want to do something where I have something in the foreground to go on the edge of the little vertical there. But for the most part, I think this would actually do it. You know, we could sell that. I might want to clean up the edge around them a little bit, but hey, we'll do more of that when we actually go through and do detailed VFX. For now, we're going to leave this and skip on to the next. So, after this comes scene 4, which is the title sequence, which we worked on in a previous setup. We might go back and revisit that later. Who knows? That seems to be an After Effects dynamic link composition. So it's obviously going to take me a minute here to load up. If it ever does. So yeah, I have everybody's name. Group 3 Productions. Cool. And then I probably finished out with past tense. Cool. Scene 5 is next, but I don't see scene 5 on my list here, so let's go open that up. Sequences. Scene 5. Why is there no scene 5? Let's look at what scene 6 is. I have a feeling... Okay. Scene 5 is just an establishing shot. What? Video output low? You're not dropping frames? Excuse me, YouTube. I am sending you. I have like 0 dropped frames. Is my network being ridiculous? Can I adjust my... Let's see if I can adjust my bitrate without crashing the stream. Let's do that, and we'll see if that works on the stream or not. I have a feeling like it might crash it, but we'll see. If you're still hearing me and this crashes, that's why. Nope, it just seems to have not taken effect is all it's done. So let's drop that to 2800, which is a little small for 1080, but works all right for 720. Oh yeah, it's shown drop there. Let's see what YouTube says. Yeah, bad. Video output low, but you're getting 30 frames a second, solid. No dropped frames, and you're getting 30 kilobits per second. Why are you complaining? Excuse me, YouTube. Are you going to give me any... Yeah, you're not going to give me any additional information. Show me how much you're getting, and I will tell you. Oh well. I will let this run. I can see in my preview that I've gotten back up to a decent frame rate. And we'll go. All right. So I think scene 5 was actually the establishing shots to this. I'm not quite sure why I labeled it that way, but so, okay. We start here. Actually, let's drop my preview size just in case that's what's doing it. But we'll play through. Rolls. Okay. So it goes down, then we beam in the car. Cool. That's great, but that's a little clunky. So let's go up here. And let's chop this here. And boom. Okay, that works. But we're just sitting there. That's not going to work. So we come down. We go. We beam the car down. Beautiful. So let's take this and we will cut this a little shorter. Comes down. Beams the car down. We come out of the car.
Well, here we are, back in 1988.
Why I thought this would gather acceptable audio, I have no idea. Blame the DOP.
Awesome. Can't wait to tell Doc that you're a spaceman from the future.
Star, ship, captain, they're right.
This is the car, remember?
Oh, we didn't have exact coordinates for lab, so we made it.
I also remember I don't think we shot anything for any coverage for this. Like, what's C? Yeah, C is that shot. I mean, B is there. Yeah, we didn't shoot any other angles. We have zero coverage on this scene. Note to self. Shoot more coverage. Shoot more coverage.
Educated guess. Tell you what, take a look around, I'll grab a map for you. Okay.
I kind of don't like...
Grab a map for you.
Okay.
I don't like how he looks over at the camera so much. So let's see if I can... change it there. Because he's looking away there. So let's see if we can cut on him looking away.
I'll grab a map for you.
Okay.
So essentially what we're doing is we're taking a mistake and we're working the mistake into the production.
Grab a map for you.
Okay. I don't remember that being there.
I don't remember that being there. And then we're going to cut to what he's actually seeing, which is actually in scene 7, I believe.
I don't remember that being there.
And in scene 7, he cuts to... whole nother building.
Action.
And so now he's just going to walk in through there. It's a nice little establishing shot. Let's first roll that audio out of there. So let's just get that out of there because we don't need it. That shot would be considered MOS or without sound. So there we go. We capture him walking. These buildings are totally different directions. YouTube is still complaining about this. All right, settings. 2400. If this works, then that should do it, but I think YouTube's just complaining. I still look to be full frames a second, and frames are usually the first thing that drops. So I kind of want that line, but I don't want all the noise with it. So let's alt-click. We're going to have to do some major reconstructive surgery to the sound.
I don't remember this being here.
Fabulous.
Okay, so I see what I was going for there last stream, is matching on the action of the doors. It's not quite. I think there would be closer. So it comes through.
Fabulous.
And you hear me saying fabulous, because I love that word. And once again, we can just get rid of that audio.
Would this be here?
Let's roll that again. So he walks in, undoes his jacket.
I don't remember this being here.
Shots missing. What shots were missing? This is the very next shot. What shot is missing? Oh, I wanted to come up with a reaction shot. Yeah. Do I need this up top shot? Do I need to see the doors close? I don't think I do. I think I like that. I think I like that better, where it just cuts back to comes in.
I don't remember this being here. This being here.
So he says his line.
I don't remember this being here.
And then we cut.
I don't remember this being here.
So we'll do this.
Here.
You know what this would be great for? L cut. Or is it J cut? I can never remember. I think it's a J cut because the J is here. So down and there. And then if it's this way, it's an L cut because it's here and here. I think. Oh well. I should really know this by now.
Being here.
So the idea is we get him being called, and then we see him being
I
called.
don't remember this being here. Name's Murphy.
Cool. Once again, we're actually going to this line, I think. We're going to ADR it. Because it's such a great line. And no audio. What was I thinking? How am I supposed to deliver a line that far away from the microphone? I don't even know if we had the mic on at this point. I mean, it might be just off frame, like over here, but possibly not. I think that's a little too much walking. So, there. And I think I'm okay with seeing him just kind of partly come in here.
Name's Murphy.
So weird.
I don't remember this being here. Name's Murphy.
Murphy! Yeah, whatever.
I could be okay with that.
I don't remember this being here. Murphy.
Murphy, yeah, whatever. Anyways.
Murphy, yeah, whatever.
I don't remember this being here.
Hey, Moldy, over here.
Name's Murphy.
Murphy, yeah, whatever.
J-cut.
Anyways, I got good news, I've got bad news. Good news is, we're exactly where we're supposed to be. Bad news is, we're a little late.
So, when are we?
And as you can see, I was working in the J and the L cuts in here because that is most definitely one as well.
Bad news is, we're a little late.
So, when are
I know what I was trying to do there. Let's roll that out a little bit more.
A little late.
So, when are we?
A little late.
So, when are we?
According to my site,
Yeah, split the difference.
we're a little late.
So, when are we?
According to my science team's best estimates, we're in approximately 2011.
2011. That means it's still the future?
Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have fired that science team.
Booyah! This is awesome!
This is totally not awesome. The timelines can get all screwed up.
Wow. Audio. Nightmare.
The morality board is going out of my head, and the time police are probably going to get involved again.
Chill out, dude. Everything's gonna be okay. Wait, did you say it again?
I wonder if I have more coverage of that. Because I think I switched to this 2-shot, but I don't know if I recorded coverage for the other angles. So, let's see. F, G. So let's go scene 7F. Let's take 2.
Cut. I'm going to repeat that. Half my science team. Nope.
Booyah! This is awesome!
Yep, nope, no additional coverage. I shot that at 30 frames a second? How much of this project did I shoot in the wrong frame rate? 7G02 is also in the wrong frame rate.
This is science team.
Booyah! This is awesome!
No, this is not awesome. This is sponsored.
Okay, so I've got absolutely no coverage to fix that because this is a really long shot and I can't do anything about it.
Everything's gonna be okay. Wait, did you say it again?
Yeah, minor temporal incursion once. I was young and stupid,
Because
okay?
I need that.
Look, they have posters in the year 2011.
Dude,
A Star Wars marathon.
Now with episode 7.
we should go. Can't do too much damage.
Captain, you're an idiot.
Can't do too much damage.
And there's probably going to be a dip to black in there to show some passage of time. Now, scene 8. So, okay. Where's my scene 8? So I got my scene 9. But I never made a sequence for scene 8? Why did I not cut scene 8? Did I shoot this entire thing in... I shot a project that was supposed to be very cinematic in 2997. This proves exactly what this video series is supposed to prove. That even if you don't necessarily think you've expanded your skill set, you can go back to your older stuff. And even if you can't fix what you did wrong, in this case, I'll be able to fix 2997 to 24 frames-ish. Obviously, I can't fix the shutter angle. And I can't fix, the exposure and the audio. But I can see what I needed to fix. So now when I go do my next project, and I actually just did a shoot yesterday, and I noticed I didn't make a lot of these same mistakes. The audio was awesome. As awesome as the venue allowed. There was this really annoying constant rushing through pipes of the boiler room that was above us. But we had our location, so we shot in our location. But the audio otherwise was like crystal clear. It was beautiful. I checked it. I double checked it. I knew exactly what I was getting into. The lighting. There is very little added light here. Most of it was found light. Most of it was just using what was already there, which was sort of working. Sort of. But yeah, and a lot of this, I don't make these same mistakes now. I make a different set of mistakes. I still make mistakes. Anyone who tells you they don't is lying, or that is their mistake. But yeah, so every now and then, take your project, go back through it, try and edit an old project. Do this. It's fun and educational, if a little bit cringeworthy. So, let's go through. So there'll be a dip there. Let's put together scene 8. So I always usually start on my takes from the last one or two, because I know it's not usually, especially with these, we didn't hit very good until the last one or two. So scene 8B.
Glad you can make it. You were the only people who were able to come on such short notice. That's kind of what happens when you put a post just 30 minutes beforehand.
Shh. Movie's about to start.
Okay, so that's a pretty simple cut. We'll drag this down. Actually, before we do that, select sequences. And then we'll just drag this down to new. And this will be scene 8. We'll drop that in our sequences bin. Nice and organized. And let's go dig into this guy.
Glad you can make it. You were the only people who were able to come on such short notice. That's kind of what happens when you put a post just 30 minutes before.
Now, this is one circumstance where we actually did have one light. You can see it reflected right here. Let me move this down to expand this a little bit. So you can actually see the one reflected light right here. I actually wanted to put that a little more to the center, and my thought was blew it up a little bit as well and make it like it's the projector. But I didn't know how to execute on that. Really what I needed to do is put a little CTB, and I believe this was a tungsten fixture. I think. I have no idea where I got it from or whose I was using. But I think that was like a tungsten hot light. Maybe it was from the school? Maybe. I think so. But either way, that should have been center with some CTB on it to get like a cool effect on like the back of our heads, and also hooked up to like a flicker box. You can get them or make them where it basically just flickers and varies the intensity of the light. So by doing that and then adding in VFX the actual projection that it's projecting on top, that would have been cool. This just kind of looks like you can see the reflection of the light in the whiteboard, which is not actually having anything projected on it, because we managed to reserve this in a library and we only had it for an hour, 2 maybe. And it obviously had no projector. So,
Shh. Movie's about to start.
and that'll be where we want to cut that. So, scene 8 is also going to include this.
Wow, these auditions were amazing.
Yes, your master version. Anybody want some popcorn for the next few movies?
Wait, next 2 movies.
Yeah, yeah, I have the prequels too. Okay.
Okay, so that wasn't our best take.
No, it looks tasty.
Okay. So from 4.
Wow, the detail on the ships were amazing.
Yeah, it's remastered version. Oh, sorry.
Let's get started. Start. Action. Wow, the detail on the ships were amazing.
Yeah, it's a remastered version. Maybe like some popcorn before we watch the next two movies?
Next two movies.
Yeah, they have prequel. Oh,
Oh, I have to really
I don't know the ending. Yeah, I have the prequels. Prequels, okay.
Okay, that's making me worried.
Take 2. Action.
Oh wow, the detail on the ships were amazing.
Yeah, it's a remastered version. Maybe like some more popcorn before the next two movies? I said more. Yeah, I know, I said more. And 3. Action.
Oh wow, the detail on the ships were amazing.
Yeah, it's a remastered version. Anybody want some popcorn before we watch the next two movies?
That one's great, except we don't have his next line.
Anybody want some popcorn before the next two movies?
Wait, next two movies. Oh man, it's gonna be great.
Next two movies.
Right after that.
Yeah, I have prequels too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
prequels
okay.
too. Prequels.
Oh.
That's when you say that. Action.
Okay. Oh wow.
The detail on the ships was so great.
Okay. Oh wow. The quality of the projector was so much better than my old TV. Like the detail on the ships were awesome. I need to do that.
Okay, so what am I missing? I'm missing the take that actually went in.
Wow, the detail on the ships were amazing.
Yes, your master version. Anybody want some popcorn before the next two movies?
Wait, next two movies.
Yeah. Anybody want some popcorn before the next two movies?
Wait, next two movies.
Yeah, yeah, I have the prequels too. Okay.
Okay, I wonder if he nailed it here.
Okay. And 4.
Wow, the detail on those ships were amazing.
Yeah, it's a remastered version. Oh, sorry.
Oh, the detail on the ships were amazing.
Yeah, it's a remastered version. Anybody like some popcorn before we watch the next two movies?
Next two movies.
Yeah, they have prequel. Oh,
Oh, I have to really
I don't know the ending. Yeah.
You know what? I have a solution for this.
Movies.
Yeah. The next two movies?
Wait, next two movies.
So what we do is we make that our out point. Bring this in.
Wow. Shh. Movie's about to start.
So we're going to bring that back there. And let's go into our effects and let's grab a dip. So we're going to dip to black to signify passage of time.
Wow. You telling those ships?
Is my hand perfectly matched?
Wow. You telling those ships were amazing.
Yeah, it's your master version.
I could almost do like a George Lucas effect if I wasn't going from the same scene to itself.
Anybody want some popcorn before the next two movies?
Wait, next two movies?
All right. Oh. And scene 9 is all outside, isn't it? I am missing serious chunks of scene 8. That's why it's not edited. Edited. All right, so I'll have to dig around for that later. Let's move on to scene 9. So now we turn the lights on in the car. Please note, only one light actually turns on.
Thanks for the help.
So let's see.
Thanks for the help, Captain. I really learned a lot.
You're welcome, Moldy. You're welcome.
Thanks for the help, Captain.
I don't really like how long that takes.
Thanks for the help, Captain. I really learned a lot.
Well, Murphy, I'm glad you learned to respect time travel.
Yeah, sure.
See that little bit of an eye jump down to the camera?
Thanks for the help, Captain. I really learned a lot.
Well,
Let's trim this off a little bit. Let's grab this and do a little bit of a L cut. Nope, let's not go back. Let's save because I thought of saving.
I really learned a lot.
Let's push in and see if I can make this feel good.
Thanks for the help, Captain. I really learned a lot.
Well, Murphy.
Let's take it the other way.
I really learned a lot.
Well, Murphy, I'm glad you learned.
I like that. I like that better.
Captain, I really learned a lot.
Well, Murphy, I'm glad you learned to respect time travel.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if I like how he kind of looks down, but I don't think I have anything to replace it. That's loud. So what we're going to do there in sound design and VFX is we're going to have a little bit of a takeoff there, and we're going to do like a crackling energy effect and then like a flash. Boom. So it comes through, crackle, 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 flash on the screen. And then I look longingly back.
Jonathan Stewart, Captain USS Vancouver.
Dr. Emily Green, what are you doing in this time frame?
That's Commander Emily.
Look at that beautiful lighting. You can totally see the detail in my eyes and face. Yeah. I think this was once again one hard light. I'm not even sure if we had the light for this because we wouldn't have had power. We might have found power. Because this looks like one hard light on this side and getting her face, so kind of coming in this way, but absolutely missing the important part for me of my face. Well, I'm important not just because my face, because I had dialogue lines like, how are you supposed to tell the emotion of the trapped captain if you can't see his face?
In this time frame.
That's Commander Emily Green, and you are under arrest.
But I fixed it. I sent him back.
But not before you let him watch Star Wars prequel movies. Quickly, we need to get back to the future to fix a time-space continuum.
Okay. Let's go.
I don't like that.
Space continuum.
Okay.
Let's...
Time-space continuum.
Okay. Let's go.
I don't know why that sounds dropped that far.
Continuum.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
So that is not how I want to do that. How I want to do that is this way. And then this way.
Okay.
Space continuum.
Okay.
Time-space continuum.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's just chop it there.
Continuum.
Let's go.
Make that nice and fast as if I'm trying to keep my butt out of trouble.
Continuum.
Let's go.
Maybe add a little bit back to this side. Hate when I do that. Get back in there.
Fix a time-space continuum.
Let's go.
Space continuum.
Let's go.
Let's cut a little tighter than that.
Space continuum.
Let's go.
Ooh. possibility for an L cut. Let's select that. Let's bring that over there.
Continuum.
Let's go.
Continuum.
Let's go.
Fix a time space continuum.
Let's go.
Yeah, too abrupt. Not digging it. Not digging it. Needs a little bit more of a pause in there.
Space continuum.
Let's go.
Let's bring this out on this side.
Time space continuum.
Let's go. Vancouver, 2 to beam out.
Why do I wait so long?
2 to beam out.
Okay, so let's have the transporter hit a little closer there.
Beam out.
And let's bring that closer still. And there we go.
Beam out. Vancouver, 2 to beam out. And zoom it.
Okay. Let's take this audio and get rid of it because we don't need it.
Out.
So, now this was supposed to have a close-up, and I don't think we ever filmed the close-up. Let's look at the raw here.
Do that again.
Oh, hello, it's there. Is there a reason this wasn't getting used? Okay, it's not the smoothest zoom in the world. So let's bring that down and we'll redo the cross dissolve. Let's make this 22 seconds or 22 frames. So let's go back to here. So you know what? Let's control Z a bunch of times. Let's cut in to the zoom part way. Because he smooths out a little bit when he gets to that last little bit. So now let's kind of jump in. Nope, let's hang that out a little bit. Ooh, that's kind of like a snap zoom. So let's speed that up a little bit. So then it's kind of like a brrrr. Now, what we were supposed to do with this as well is have the prequel numbers actually fade off with a VFX shot. We never did that one either. could just make that fade out into the darkness, though. Ooh. So what I'm going to do is create a little lead up to that snap zoom and create a scale keyframe there and a scale keyframe there and just push that in. Let's take it 130. I mean, it's not gonna kill me if it's, starts fuzzing out a little bit. It needs to be like fast. So let's do that. Let's jump over one. And then just like boom. Wonder if I add definitely jumps. I wonder if I had a little bit of a blur in there too, just to go with it. Actually, first thing I want to try is a cross dissolve of like 4 frames. 2 frames. Oh, that kind of works. I almost want just like a couple frames of movement and then boom. And let's do let's do a little bit of blur just at the end here. Let's drop that there. There. Okay, so you're going to come up. Oh, you're opacity. You're not blur. Go away. So, blurriness. Let's go back a few frames. Create another blurriest keyframe. And let's just enough to kind of distort it a little bit. All right, now let's add same thing here. So on this keyframe, it's going to have 11. And we'll go just a few frames in and take it to 0. Let's see what that does. You know, I kind of want to go this, blast that up a bunch more. Because that's the thing, is even if it goes all blurry and pixely, we won't notice. We just care about getting these posters kind of the same size. Okay. We're on to something. Okay, now I just need to distress this a little more. And more importantly, distress this a little more. Okay, we're getting there. So we jump in. Let's get that blur happening a little earlier here, because we are picking up velocity as we go in. You know what? Let's pull this out a little bit. Make it like the camera, emulate a camera mistake. Like the camera has to kind of focus a little bit. Which in all reality, we did this. Like, I don't know how we got this in focus, because we were not good enough. We didn't have a follow focus, I don't think, and we were not going to be... Either way, I was in front of the... I might have come around for the camera for this one. But yeah, this would have been done with a zooming in and doing a focus pull, but I don't know if we were skilled enough to be doing a focus pull properly. So this needs more blur, less blur, needs more blur. Yeah, because this is pretty distressed just from the pixel scale. And then that's there. So we kind of fake a focus pull. We'll just pull this out. We'll do ease in. And it's just like we focused on the poster. Can't see what's on the poster, but we'll try and work on that a little bit. So let's go into this and let's, for this zoom, let's ease out a little bit. We'll start a little sooner. So let's go here. Have this kind of get really blurry a little sooner. And then that just fades out. Wonder, does this go on further? Oh, and then we zoom out. Yeah. So we snap in, hold it there. Okay. Now we'll just do a dissolve there. And it goes to black. Cool. All right. So let's see what time it is. Okay. Just about time for bed. Last thing I want to do is put all these scenes together in one project or one sequence. We're not necessarily going to be editing them together. VFX passes and things like that will go on individual little subsequences. But I think we're at the point where we can put it all together on one sequence. So this is going to be Tense SE, just to give it a little distinctive name. And let's go through And so there's scene 1. Let's drop scene 2 on there. Let's zoom out a little bit. We'll drop scene 3. Scene 4 will go there. Scene 5. Or 6, 7, 8, and 9. Beautiful. Now, this is about 6 minutes. I don't think the original short film was 6 minutes, or was as short as 6 minutes. Now, granted, we have a couple minutes to add, but this is essentially.
Okay, Murphy, bring up. Nice, steady. Okay, record. Hello, my name is
Okay,
Emily.
goes through, blah,
It's
blah,
precisely
blah.
1:38 seconds at a time. I'll let you see outside is the first man test of my latest invention. One that improves.
So let's look at the transition between these scenes.
Step outside. You'll be witness to the results of the first unmanned test.
This is a Mazda, Doc.
I kind of like that. Part of me wants to do like a whip pan. Once again, I don't have the frame real estate to do a whip pan. I could do like an in and an out, but I can't do a whip pan really.
Now, if you just take a step outside, you'll be witness to the results of the first unmanned test.
This is a Mazda, Doc.
Not just any Mazda, a time-traveling Mazda.
Wait, why does it look so old? Like, didn't these come out last year?
Precisely, in my previous...
So let's go to the next scene. So then we're jumping from here.
Awesome, let's do this.
Here we are. I kind of want to do a dip here. Let's see what a dip would look like. Dip. Nope, not dip to white. Dip to black.
Awesome, let's do this.
Hold on. Why are you not? 1 minute. Center it cut. You don't care if there's actual tails in there because you're not overlapping. I want that 115.
Let's do this.
Okay. So we'll need a little camera shake. There's a whole sequence to go in there. In fact, let's put one of our markers in there. So we'll go up here. We'll just insert that. Shot's missing.
I don't remember that being there.
In this, we can actually L cut a little bit. Cool.
Being there.
Okay.
Marathon, we should go. Can't do too much damage.
And ooh. Let's go into scene 7 for a moment here. What if I do another and just right here, just do a tiny little push in. You know, let's take it up 120. 115. That's kind of the limit of where I usually want to zoom on a shot. Well, let's go back to the end of that. Let's bring this keyframe out here a little bit. Let's make it ease out. So we'll make this right on here. So as we're saying, let's go.
Can't do too much damage.
Beautiful. Now let's go back to this and we'll keyframe position as well. I'll go to that keyframe and back 1. I just want to kind of asymmetrically zoom.
Can't do too much damage.
That might be a little too much.
Damage. Damage.
It jerks right away, so let's... Nope. Spatial interpretation. Continuous Bezier. Temporal interpretation. Ease out.
Too much damage.
Yeah. I have a feeling like I'm going to want to massage this a little bit more. What happens if I started earlier?
Oh, can't do too much damage.
Now let's run this a little bit longer. And let's run keyframes right out to the end.
Can't do too much damage.
There we go. Now let's just add a little bit of a cross dissolve there to just dip it down to black.
Can't do too much damage.
Yeah, let's make that 15 frames. Cool. So let's save that. The other thing I want to do is I'm actually going to do this in a pass later. So we'll take the Past Tense SE. So I guess we'll do this all in 30 frames a second and convert it all. But Past Tense SE, this is going to be frame rate conversion. And this is going to be what converts it down to, nope, not that, time base. 23976, which is what it should be. But,
Okay, Murphy, bring the camera up. Up. Look at my face. Steady. Okay, Murphy, hit record.
now, if I jump back to this, it's obviously not going to be nearly as nice as if I had actually recorded in 24 frames.
Up. Look at my face. Steady. Okay, Murphy, hit record. Okay, Murphy, hit record.
So yeah, it's not quite as nice. If I get some of the scenes where I'm moving.
Jonathan Stewart, Captain.
But yeah, I will figure that out a little bit. There's also going to be another pass, which is going to recompose things a little bit. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. So thank you very much for watching, hanging out with me while I edit some of my old stuff. Until next time, that is a wrap.